So, I think this is the 6th or 7th STC Expo that we run. And the 5th that we are here at the conference center. The topic of today is business and sustainability. And this is on one part our role, and also it's a part of a strategic process that we're in now in STC. And that process has initiated with evaluation of our research center, which many of you researchers have been involved in, called ARC. Assessment of funny. What is the pronunciation? Assessment of research and co-production. Yes. And it looks at strategic development, profiling, research environment, research production, quality, co-production, and also our innovation work. And the good thing with exercises like this is that we get to see how we develop. And up to last year, in researchers only, we're up to 65 people. Half of this PhD students, the other half senior researchers with professors, associate professors. And financing, also an interesting view to see where we get our funding. That we have roughly 40-45% internal funding. And the rest is external, about 43 million in total. And it's a good mix. I think we could have some more on national research funding that we have, but it looks very stable. It's also good to summarize our business cooperation, our co-production partners. And when you look at this, we realize that we have a very stable cooperation with a few big enterprises over time, which doesn't change that much. And then we have quite a large volume of smaller companies that we cooperate with. And when looking at this, there are new companies coming in each year and some leaving. And I think with the profile that STC has, with innovative technology, this is essential, that we have small companies with an innovative mission that we try to build on together with our research. We also see that we have both good production in research, getting awards for our research. We get awards for our innovative work. Also a very important part, which is part of our strategy, is to make sure that we have a high production of PhDs. Since the knowledge from PhD is the best way to renew the use of technology. And this year we have and will have 12 new PhDs coming out from STC. I think in 2014 it will be even more than 12. This is an innovative power that comes out from STC with knowledge on how to renew technology. Then there are some figures that summarize our activities. Over time, this time period, we had 3 PhD per year that got their doctorate degree. Roughly, we have 55 publications per year, which is a good production. Regarding that, we have a high production also of PhDs. And the production of articles is in high quality, conferences and in high quality journals. And we also have a quite large volume which we publish with industry, which also is a good indication that we have a deep cooperation with industry. So I think the conclusion from this evaluation is that we have a good balance between our industry cooperation, innovative work, and the academic production. Now it's up to the external evaluator, which come in November, and judge if we're right in this. But it looks really good. And it's a good exercise to see all this data about our research. So the theme of today, sustainable business and growth, which I'll come into why we have selected this. Business and growth is part of our research strategy at Mid-Sweden University. STC and FSCN are important parts of that research strategy when it comes to this part of the research strategy. And the main goal of research is to produce academic excellence. But we're also in a context, in a regional, national, international context that has other values that they expect from our research. And that is growth, it's sustainability, that we should produce technology which supports sustainability, to deliver competence for renewal of industry. And if one goes through this, there is tons of expectations that is expected from us, from the region, from national bodies, which has nothing to do with research, which is our main objective. So, to handle this, as many of you know, we're in a context, innovation system, where we build a structure for handling of innovation, so that this will not prevent us from reaching excellence in research. So that goes from innovation agent, in this case, Anders. We have Innovation for pre-incubation of business ideas. We use different kind of innovation and business plan competitions for verifying our results. We have the innovation support externally, Fiber Optic Valley, Åkroken Science Park, with its business incubator. Really important entities, such that we can deliver all these expectations without harming the excellence in research. And then the national play, Vinnova and Tillväxtverket, also important entities to develop ourselves and make ourselves useful, regional and nationally. So the expectations come from the university, research excellence, from the region, we want growth. And they expect the university to be the engine of growth in this region. Nationally, we're expected to have a role, that we handle a certain kind of technology as a center, or develop this, to generate also new innovations, new companies around this. And when you analyze this, everything that we do to produce competence, PhDs, masters, to produce publication citation, to co-produce with industry, all this support each other. If we would remove this, we would be less off. But together it produces good quality. Next part, where we go to support all these expectations, that we are a part of innovation system, that we are a national research profile, that we produce innovation. This cost. And that's why we are an innovation system, that we get help to do this. I would like to show you here, which is the regions strategy and vision on how they see the expectations against the university. This is in Swedish, I thought. No, no sound. So this is the strategy of Sundsvalls kommun, that try to identify what we need to do to get sustainability and growth. It should be sound here, but we need to handle it without it. And it looks at all the aspects of sustainability. And I think the main part that comes in expectations on the university is growth and helping industry to becoming sustainable, producing new technology. So in this work, the university in itself, we have formulated a strategy which is related to the KK Foundation, called TIE, which tries to formulate this transition that the industry is in, that try to see how can the processes become smart and energy efficient. How can the products become new products? How can we find new products that industry will produce? And this is formulated in a strategy called Transformation of the Industrial Ecosystem, TIE. And this, we can see that energy efficient processes, how will we produce, which in our case is largely focused on cellulose industry. Smart things, that machines should know what they do and what are they state, so that we can create smart processes. Products, advanced paper materials. What will we produce when we don't read newspapers in the cellulose industry? It's also very important and essential task to solve. A part of this, connected products. How can we make this kind of products more intelligent? Connect them to internet. And behind this, there are several actions that we have. We have a profile in energy efficient mechanical pulping. How can we produce pulp more efficiently. The identity which we work a lot on in STC, cyber-physical system. How do we make systems aware and connect them? And interconnect them. Advanced paper materials, there is an initiative at Vinnova to look at future of cellulose pulp. How to make textiles. How to make new paper-based products. And connect all things in the Internet of Things. So there are a connection between our strategy and large societal moves that is identified at higher levels. And if we look at, which is also connected to this day, apart from this, we have the wish of the region that we should help, we should assist with growth and the work on transforming into sustainability. That's the perspective I want that Andreas Gyllenhammar will take in his presentation. Then we have a big project at the university now, which ending this year, energy-wise, which looks at intelligent processes, intelligent new products for energy production, for energy efficiency. We have seen that this will continue in two separate activities. We also have this profile in mechanical pulping, but this anywise will continue in a new profile which looks at energy efficient machines. Cyber-physical systems for energy efficiency. Bengt will talk about this. The other part from energy-wise that we also have identified is square kilometers. Producing functional materials based on papers in large areas. Håkan Olin will give a brief introduction to that. And then we have the process of getting this in harmony with the regional wish and strategies, where we get Tommy Ytterström will talk, which is the process leader for the discussions between the Sundsvall kommun and Mittuniversitetet, to see how we can build a greater context around this. So this is and then we have Åsa Claesson, which also will relate into this. So this is the basic explanation for the theme of today, that we have this event, not just for meeting, interaction, networking, looking at the research presentation in the process, but also as a possibility to think on how we build our strategies for the future. A part of this, which perhaps is here, which I would like to lift also, is that we have 2 new projects with a regional focus on identifying e-services. One project, remote, which focus on e-services based on Internet of Things. And another which looks at more traditional e-services, but based on high-tech e-services. So both these are represented here, and if you have ideas within these, we would really like you to start these discussions here today. We also have 2 poster demos here for the examples that's in the remote railway surveillance, looking at railway for ensuring that you are safe near the rail, at the railway crossings, places near to high-risk areas. And then we have also demonstrated for water meter reading. A bit different than usually this is thought of that just visually observing the water meter, just adding a new lid, which should be really low cost, and building a e-service around that. The program, I've been introducing the speakers. We'll start Andreas Gyllenhammar from Sweco, and then we'll talk about economic and technology-driven sustainability. After lunch, then lunch will be served just across the hall. We have energy wiser Bengt Öhlman that will talk about embedded systems or embedded sensor systems, realizing cyber-physical systems. Håkan Olin talking about large surfaces that with new functionality. And then Tom Utterström will talk about the process on getting a greater context in this region, helping sustainability, building sustainability, and also building growth. And then before that it was Åsa Claesson also from Macreo, also talking about sensor systems for different kind of applications. During lunch, we have a quite long lunch. That's for enabling you to go out and network around the posters, looking at the demos. And at 3 o'clock, we continue with the exhibition. And there will be refreshments, coffee during that time also. And then tonight at 6:30, we have this get-together together with Sundsvall 42. And that will also be at the same place that we have the lunch. Before I end, I would like to introduce the posters that you have in the back. Where we have, to the left here, we have the on-rotor technology for the wireless sensor system group. Looking at RPM meters, a new kind of electrical motor, and some other things. We have a poster here for the project Energy-wise, where you can look at what is done and what it's achieved in this project. Next, there is printed sensors in this area, to the left also. Environmental monitoring. Our activities on Internet of Things and service technology is next to that. And then at the backside of the wall that's going out here, it's the wireless sensor network activities on security and connectivity. Detector radiation sensors in the midsection, together with the power electronics. And then the rightmost section, you will find visual sensor systems and realistic 3D video presented. So during the lunch and after 3 o'clock, look, interact, ask questions about the posters, and also get into the demos, because the student that has put up these had put a lot of energy into getting these here. So take the opportunity to see these. So that was the end of my talk. and I would like to welcome you again to STC Expo. And would like to invite Andreas Gyllenhammar from Sweco to give his presentation.